Get off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You are tuned into Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa and
Cynthia Caughie.
here on NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC News Radio, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Audible, Amazon Music, Podchaser, JioSan, iTunes, TuneIn, Rumble, Tiki Live, and more. Why so many places? Because I want to splatter you with the maximum amount of hope and happiness here. So there's no gossip, no scandal, no K words, no Kanye talk at all. Did you see that thing this morning when someone distanced themselves? I think it was John Legend who doesn't. Anyways, we're not supposed to talk about that. But I am here to help you start the day in the most positive way with this show that is going on. Let's see, we're 9.5 years now, and it's time to expand and grow and to do something fun. So as you saw yesterday, Sam is my new Thursday co-host, and now I have a wonderful, beautiful, fabulous, if there's anyone that's going to rival me for positively opinionated, enthusiastic energy, it is my new Friday co-host, and I'm so delighted to bring her on. This is our first official time, so let me just do this right. Welcome to my studio, my new Friday co-host, Cynthia Caughie. And I'm so delighted. How you doing, girlfriend?
I am fabulous. It is Friday. It is 8 a.m. here on, we are both on the West Coast. And I am super excited to be here.
Yep, I am too. And I was just telling my sound engineer, if you think I am like Energizer Bunny pink, I've definitely met my match, and I can't think of a better co-host for Fridays. So starting today, you're going to see both of us, and we are going to name the series today. We're just going to do that on the air and have some fun with it, because I just didn't want to rob you of that exchange. And if you are tuned in, I do see eyeballs. Please do put yourself in the chat. And you can also help us come up with some stuff. I know that I already started with Friday Funday, and you started with something else, which is
Fired Up Friday.
Fired Up Friday. So we'll keep playing with that. We've got lots today to talk about. Last time we were talking about dating. I want to catch up on that. This is just going to be a show. You remember about Seinfeld, the show about nothing? Well, this is going to be a show about something, but we're not quite sure what that something is. And so we're going to live in that up place. Hashtag UP, hashtag unlimited possibilities. So that might also be, Friday update. That's another possibility. I also wanted to alert you that today I'm giving away 2 tickets to the Saban Theater for tomorrow. That would have been really spontaneous. But tomorrow night at the Saban Theater is the Queens of R&B. Angela Winbush, Shirley Murdoch, Sherelle, Evelyn Champagne King, and they are all going to be at the Saban Theater, and I'm giving away 2 tickets, so you'll have to keep it here till the end of the show. Cynthia, you will remind me to tell them how to get those 2 free tickets. They're worth over $100 each, so I'm not as Asian Oprah giving cars away yet. However, the tickets are good, and I actually gave away, do you remember City Summit? Were you part of that City Summit? No. I gave away $20,000 tickets because it involved getting some time with Halle Berry, and who else was on stage that time? I think it was John Travolta. So those were $20,000 tickets. That's the price of the car, right? So I've done
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. And we're also going to start the way I usually do. And Cynthia, I think you remember this, having breakfast. And now this is going to be fun because we're having breakfast with a bite of my gratitude sandwich, as well as some coffee with Cynthia Caughie.
You're close. You say coffee, and a lot of people need coffee early this morning. Ready?
Yeah.
It's coffee.
Well,
It's okay.
You just
It's
ruined
okay.
my breakfast joke.
It's okay. I know, but if people are gonna find me and people
I
want to
know.
know,
I'm sorry.
I'm like-
Coffee. Okay. We'll have
and a lot of people say it coffee. They
okay.
do.
I
Yeah.
don't know why. Well, I know exactly why, because it went with my gratitude sandwich in the morning.
That's right.
So
That's
Cynthia
right.
Caughie is going to have breakfast with me and you. For those of you who know the drill, 8 specific gratitudes. First thing in the morning, Dr. Wayne Dyer said 5. And, I'm a recovering overachiever. Emphasis on overachiever and not recovering. So 8 is a lucky number in Chinese. It's a homophone for good fortune. So I'm going to start and we'll just do tag team. It doesn't have to take a lot of time, but the only rule is be specific. Cannot say friends and family, too general. Okay. So I'm grateful for my new Friday co-host, Cynthia Caughie, who I met at a Secret Knock event. And we've been, you know how you meet people and you just like click. Well, she's my clicker from Secret Knock. So I'm grateful for you. What are you grateful for?
Thank you. It was Greg Reed's birthday yesterday, and I'm super grateful for Greg Reed because without him, we would not have this, right? Experience.
I miss texting. Oh boy. Happy birthday, dear Greg Reed. Happy birthday to you. I love the man. He's been a wonderful friend for so many years, and he made my year this year. He called me and said, "You're one of my favorite people," and I went, "What?" Because he knows a lot of people. And his son Cole, I love him, bumping with me on the red carpet, and he is all over my social media. And Greg told me that I'm just the bomb to his son. So hey, there's 4 gratitudes right there. So you have to fill in 3 more gratitudes, and we're done with our gratitude sandwich.
Well, I am grateful for you and this opportunity. This is amazing. And like I was on Instagram and I said, why not? I was like, this is a huge opportunity. And I just wanted to say thank you. And I'm super grateful for you.
Yeah.
I am also grateful. I'm in my restaurant. I am grateful for the community that supports us in the restaurant. I am in Santa Rosa, California. I am grateful for some amazing friends who came yesterday from Wisconsin. They traveled all this way. They're here in wine country. We went wine tasting yesterday. We had an amazing day, but they also got to come to the restaurant and try a knuckleball. So I'm very grateful that they traveled and they made it part of their journey to come and spend some time with me.
Oh, and the restaurant name is?
So this is Home Run Pizza and Sports Bar, and we're in Larkfield, California. So this is Northern California because you're Southern.
So Santa Rosa is your closest city?
Yes, big.
Okay, and what's close to Santa Rosa? Geography is not my strong suit.
We're an hour north of San Francisco.
Perfect. Now I know where you are.
Yes.
So my kids can come from San Francisco to try your pizza.
Do they really live in San Francisco?
They
Oh
do.
my gosh. I
Yeah.
would love to have them and share with them.
Next time I go up there, I'll try to meet you somewhere. If not, come all the way down. So
That'd be fabulous.
yeah,
Yeah, the city's great.
super. So that's the top of the bun. gratitude sandwich. The bottom of the bun is what I'd like you to do tonight before you go to bed. So instead of thinking about all the things you didn't finish or didn't get done or who pissed you off or, who insulted you and then you can't sleep, you think instead of 8 specific things that you appreciate about yourself. So what do you appreciate about yourself, Cynthia? And as a result of tuning up and strengthening your muscle to appreciate yourself. It's called self-care, self-love. It gives you the foundation to stop looking for love in all the wrong places. So you're not going around, who likes me? Literally these days, how many likes, how many positive comments, blah, blah, blah. Instead, it's I appreciate me. And if you like me today, fabulous. And if you don't like me today, fabulous. So criticism and compliments are just icing on the cake that you bake. And that's a tool. It's a Happy 88 tool from my book, 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are. And I'm going to give away a copy of that audio book today, along with the tickets. And I think, Cynthia, I could probably get you to give away one of your books as well. So this is just going to launch this giveaway fun day. I mean, what better way to do a Friday, right?
Awesome. Yes.
All right. So I appreciate that I am generous.
Okay.
And you?
Well, because it's Friday, I'm going to say I appreciate my fire. I am a fiery Italian, and
Redhead.
I appreciate my fire.
Yes. It was funny. We were talking in emails about what we would talk about today. And she goes, I'm Italian. I have an opinion about anything and everything. So it really doesn't matter. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. That was just Italian. I thought that was, Chinese too. But anyways, okay. I appreciate that I love to laugh. And I have a good sense of humor.
I like that. I appreciate that I am honest. I always say, if you want an answer, ask me a question. I will always be honest with you.
I
Go ahead, ask me.
I'm sorry?
I said, go ahead, ask me.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that I'm not brutally honest. That is my, I go by if you can't say anything nice, don't say it at all. Unless you're asked and paid for it. That's for me. That's for me. All right. And you, I think you have 2 more left.
Yes. I appreciate my open heart.
I appreciate my Optimus Prime, Optimist Creed, Pollyanna nature. I got a funny story about that, by the way.
Oh, that's funny that you say Pollyanna. I don't know. A lot of people call me sweet. I don't think I'm sweet, but I appreciate my authenticity.
Beautiful. Awesome. And that is it for your breakfast with Cynthia and I, having a bite of my gratitude sandwich. And that's the way I like to start the show as much as possible, because there's so much out there that you are doing this with that is so negative. And so, you end up going, what is wrong with people? And the world is going to hell in a handbasket. And the truth is, it's not. And there's so much good. And we want you to feel that way when you come on this show and eyeball us. So I see more eyeballs marching in. Speaking of which, please do comment so we can put your comments on the screen. You are looking at not just Dr. Marissa, but my new Friday co-host, Cynthia Caughie. And the 2 of us are going to figure out what we want to call this series. So you can also chime in on the chat and vote. Right now, I'm doing Friday Funday. And Cynthia is Fired Up Friday. Okay. Yeah, Fired Up Friday. I don't have any problem with that. I think we can do a little creative play. I'm going to go on Google because I do that all the time and just say, what words can I use with Friday? And see what comes up. Let's see. Let's see how many. Oh, it's saying how many words you can make out of Friday. So Friday fray, Friday raid, Friday flare, flare up Friday. Are you sticking to Fired Up Friday?
I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. So I think I'll just give in at this point, unless something else comes up. So I'm going to change it to
Well, if
Fired Up.
somebody's in the room and they have another suggestion, by all means, let's hear it.
Yeah, let's do it. So
It's kind of a thing I have.
okay.
So even at the restaurant, I do a live from the restaurant and I say it's Fired Up Friday. Friday is the day where everybody tends to, gravitate towards the end of the week and like, yeah, it's Friday. So everybody's fired up. They're happy. Everybody you know what I mean? Everybody wants to have a good time. There's so many things that happen
right
on
now.
a Friday. I know.
So tell them I'm not there. So I just added something. So I feel like I'm part of the solution here. Fired up as in #UP. And UP is unlimited possibilities. So it's a little different than your normal Fired Up Friday. And so, yeah, there we go. We have
I like it. I think that's perfect.
Isn't that perfect? It's a little different than your Fired Up, right? It's so I'm just adding a little bit there because I got to make it about me.
But in all honesty, it's the synergy of both. So I think it is perfect. I think that's perfect.
We did it. We did it. So I, it's my birthday in 5 days. Yes. So I yesterday with my co-host on Thursdays, Sam Works, who's also my engineer. He doubles duties on Thursdays. We went to this book and we had a blast. It's The Secret Language of Your Birthday. So I thought it would be fun to do yours. And I'll read you a little bit of mine, but I want to do yours too. But before that, two things before I forget. One is we do want to try to hook in Instagram. So when I've tried to hook in Instagram, I lose power and the connection goes bad. So if you start it and sort of like you did before the show and invite me in, let's see if we can't do all platforms because it's on Facebook.
Oh, you want to do a live? Sure.
Yeah, because it's on Facebook and YouTube streaming and iHeartRadio, Spotify, all those. Plus the AM FM. So let's just blow this one out of the water and see if we can't even include Instagram. I have not been successful, but I figure you, Miss Instagram, could probably do it.
Oh, I can do it. I can put us right here.
Okay, perfect. And as you're doing that,
I'm live.
Tell me your birthday.
My
not your year.
Day? Okay, yeah, good. October the 9th. This ought to be good.
Yeah, because my younger daughter's October 19th.
Yeah, the 9 I hear. I have a really good friend, Doug Volsky. I'm not sure if you're going to watch this, but this is fun because Dr. Marissa and I right now are live on YouTube. And so we wanted to do a live on Instagram to show everybody that on Fridays, we are going to do Fired Up Friday on Dr. Marissa's show. And so
can you invite me? Can you invite me to the broadcast?
Are you on the live?
How do I do that? I have to look for you.
When you look for me at the top, it'll say live and you have to come watch it.
There we go. Cynthia.
Yes.
There we go. And how do I hit the live? There we
Just, if
go.
you just go in and I can see you, wave at me or something. There you are.
Okay.
You've joined. And now I can get.
Request to join. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Request to join.
We're doing it. We're doing it live.
Are we?
Dr. Marissa is going to.
I
Did
can
you ask?
hear you.
Yes.
So, am I on? Do you see a double screen? We're trying this for the first time.
Billions of facts asked to join. What's
no.
up? That's the only one I have right now. Oh, wait, maybe there's another one.
Request to join. Oh, here we go. Send request.
Oh, there you were.
Yay! We're doing
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, my niece is on here. Good morning, Ella.
Good morning, Ella.
There you go. Now this is going to be the tough part.
Okay.
Can you hear an echo?
Nope.
Oh, okay, now I don't hear it. I heard it for a second. Okay, this is great. So now, Dr. Marissa, why don't you introduce yourself just for a quick second because you're online.
Sure. Hi, folks. I know you're all like lovers and supporters of Cynthia Caughie, and believe me, I know her talents and gifts and abilities. So I snagged her as my regular Friday co-host here on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa and Cynthia Caughie. So I'm so delighted. She's the queen of Instagram. I think I have the other ones down, but Instagram, definitely she is the pro. And I've tried to have my folks come on, and it doesn't always work. But I do know that we're right now on the air. This is my virtual studio, my living room, as you can see. And we're doing our first official broadcast. So I'm delighted you're here. And I'm going to read right now a very interesting profile from It Is My Birthday in 5 Days. So I've been reading from, I don't know if you can see this. It's called The Secret Language of Birthdays. And October 9th is the day of the penetrating gaze. Ooh, guess what mine is? The day of the velvet voice.
Oh,
Go figure. Go figure, right? Okay.
that's actually really cool.
Isn't that cool? Those,
Yeah.
Tell me, okay, and you guys listening in, you're going to have to tell me what the percentage truth of what I'm reading about Cynthia, because y'all know her better than I do. Okay.
This is going to be good.
Those born on October 9th have the ability to see into lives and events of those around them with an accurate, critical eye. What were we just talking about, being honest? Hello?
Yeah.
Yet they are primarily heart rather than head people with an appreciation of human qualities that is very great. They themselves can be extremely attractive, exerting a strong magnetism on those they meet. This is crazy.
This is good.
Their intuition about others is often right on, but they may have a big blind spot when it comes to themselves, particularly when thrown off balance in an emotional encounter. In a sense, everything is open to October 9th person's eye, so astute is their assessment of life around them. Yet, as mentioned, they can be very unrealistic about their own personal involvements, failing to see what is obvious to others. Maybe, maybe not. In the latter respect, they are prone to be enthralled, confused, hurt, or swept away by their emotions for one particular person. Later, they may wake up to discover that deciding for this person was not at all correct and that they have sacrificed some very valuable part of themselves in exchange for the love and affection granted them. Those born on this day can find themselves in a kind of Faustian contract, not only in romantic matters, but in other areas of life as well, where they sign away a measure of their personal control, not necessarily to the devil, but perhaps to Riemann, who promises material comfort rather than Luciferian power. Ooh, that's getting deep. Now, your strengths are multi-talented, observant, and inspirational. And your weaknesses are unraveled, myopic, and complacent. So, what percentage would you say, those who are listening in, that is it? You think this is accurate? So, I want you to put it in the chat. So, L. Schwing just put a tongue out. So, I'm guessing that means it's pretty accurate. For what I know about Cynthia, I would definitely say it's pretty accurate. She says 71%. Love it.
Lauren.
I from what I know, I'd say 88%. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there from my interview with you. So interesting. So let me read you mine.
Okay.
So that you can laugh at me. Because this book is crazy. August 10th, the day of the Velvet Voice, August 10th. August 10th, people project their image forcefully on the world around them. Theirs is a voice that literally must be heard. It is noteworthy that their mode of expression often assumes equal importance with the content of their statement. Thus, matters of style and technique figure prominently in their communication. Get a load of that, right? August 10th people are often sought out by others for their liveliness and good humor, highly dependable. There's nothing flighty about them, but they have a great capacity for making people feel good and thus make excellent entertainers. When they feel appreciated, the ability of those born on this day to give of themselves not only to loved ones, but to many with whom they come into contact in daily life seems unlimited. Yet, even giving can be an escape for avoiding the difficult but important introspective work that needs to be done in order to bring their personality to full bloom. Strengths are attractive, fun, and vocally seductive. And my weaknesses are needy, and lacking in self-trust. So those of you who are listening that are from my clan, I don't know if I've shared this. Does this go live on my feed too or no?
Yeah.
It does? Okay, cool. So those of you just heard that, what percent does that describe me? And Cynthia, you knowing me as you do, what percent would you say?
I don't know. I agree with Lauren for me for 71%, but you said 88 for me, and I say it's 88 for you.
Okay.
That was pretty accurate. The
Right.
interesting thing about your voice and your presence and, the attraction to your light, your positivity, the way they put it, those are all very accurate. Remember how we met?
Remind me.
Well, we were at Secret Knock and you were standing on the stairs with the microphone in your hand. And I walked right up to you and I was like, there is this nice woman standing on the stairs with a microphone. I have just got to go say hi. What is this woman? We had actually had a very, I don't even know that we had an interaction per se. The first Secret Knock, you had sat at my table, I believe.
Your first Secret Knock, that was literally mine. Yeah. So remind me where we were. Was that also in San Diego? Was that the one where we were at that? It was like a
resort.
Resort.
It was the one right before it. I guess it was the same year technically, right? One was in March and one was in September.
Yeah, I'm.
Or vice versa. One was in September and one was in March. The first one was in September and then the second one was 2022 in March. It's one of
whatever it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, totally. We are both fire signs, I believe. Are you a fire sign? Is Virgo?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm a Libra. They said in mine that I was balanced when my balance comes off. Yeah, I'm a Libra.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So you're the same as my younger daughter. Yeah, October 19th. Okay. So if you want your birth date read, put it in the chat. Let's see if there's anybody in this chat. Let's put it down. No. Okay. So if you want yours read, do that. I do have a funny story. When we were talking about Pollyanna earlier, and I had a guest on the show, and he was, I can't remember the topic, but he introduced himself as polyamorous, and I said, "Oh, I am too," thinking he said Pollyanna, and I'm like, "I am too. People call me that. That's my middle name." And my sound engineer at the time was looking at me going like this, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? I am Pollyanna." No, he's saying polyamorous. So that was pretty funny. Oh, and if you've just tuned in, you are here. Did somebody put 10:30?
Lauren, she would like her
Okay,
birthday read.
absolutely. But if you're
Lauren, I
just
didn't know you were in
tuned in,
October. I didn't know she was
just,
in October.
I'm going to let you learn this station ID, because you're going to do it half the time. If you've just tuned in and you're wondering who we're talking to or what we're talking about, this is Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa and Cynthia Caughie here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind. So you get to practice that, and then we go on break, and then we come back. So that's the way we're doing this show. Let's see if we even have time for a break. We're just chatty. Kathy's here, and you know what? We're not going to take a break today because we're just playing. So I think we're just not doing any commercials today, right? I'm sponsoring this show. All right, here we go. October the 30th, because we'll run out of time. I know that. We're going to look up
Lauren, here we go.
30th. The day of the overseer. When given the chance, October 30th, people generally make good managers who have a talent for directing others. Those born on this day are usually multi-talented and can often bring abilities specific to one field of endeavor to bear on another, traditionally unrelated field. In addition to their expertise, they invariably have the ability to draw people to projects and keep them interested and motivated. Strangely enough, many people born on this day travel overseas, fulfilling the demands of their career or even in starting a new life, thus giving the name of their day a double meaning. The image of October 30th person crossing a sea is indeed a relevant metaphor for those born on this day, as they must sail through three crucial periods in their lives: their late teens, late 20s, and early 40s. Oh, the eyes are getting wide here. As they must sail, at each juncture, they are faced with the daunting challenge of uncharted waters. Should they decide to stay where they are and shun this challenge, they can find themselves living out their lives in frustration with their wishes remaining unfulfilled. On the other hand, if they take the plunge, they may have to suffer hardship and instability for an indeterminate length of time. Although others may see their decisions to risk as courageous, in fact, many October 30 people feel that they have no choice but to follow their dreams. So strengths are organized, confident, and attentive. And weaknesses are self-neglectful, frustrated, or preoccupied. How does that sound? What's the percent?
Lauren, I'm curious what you think the percentage is, but man, that was pretty spot on. I think that was better than mine. I haven't known her that long, so for her 3 challenges in life, you'll have to speak to that one because I'm not sure. She is an amazing woman. She is, I don't want to get her title wrong, but she's the director of Council on Aging here in Sonoma County. And she has, I'm going to say, wooed me, Lauren. Wooed me to the executive committee of planning events. So we have done one in the early part of the year, and that was Meals for Wheels. Yes, Heels for Meals. It is Meals on Wheels, which is how they distribute food to seniors in Sonoma County. Oh, Lauren said she is 98.5%.
I just saw that. I just saw that.
98.5%.
And I'm just so delighted because there's so many people on now. And I'm so glad. Hello, I can't say hello to everybody, but I'm so delighted that our first launch of Fired Up #up Fridays is definitely an Instagram winner. So I am really happy that this is a fun topic for us, since I started this because it is my birthday coming up next Wednesday. I'm actually going to have an astrologist come in who came in before, who gave me the lay of my land, so to speak. And I asked her, and the reason why I'm bringing it up is these, 98.5% is pretty like wild. And it does sound like we are predestined, or this is our fate, that we are this way. And I don't like those kinds of belief systems, that BS to me, because it sounds like I don't have a choice, and I love having choices, and I love believing that I have personal power, as I know you do as well. So when I asked her, because we came in on this particular day, were we predetermined to live out this personality, or these things that are happening, or these strengths or weaknesses, or did we make a desire or have an intention of coming onto the planet to experience these things in order to grow what we needed to grow, or to experience or to develop those things that we needed to develop? And she said it was the latter. So that made me feel better, because in the psychological terms, it's external locus of control and internal locus of control. Some people are more external locus of control, and they read their horoscope every day to see what decisions they need to make, because they don't trust themselves necessarily, or they believe that they're destined for something. And so they're very influenced by the stars, right? Literally. But internal locus of control, which I think both you and I are super strong in, and my guess is the L as well, the 98.5%er. We make our destiny, or there's a better word for that. We control our destiny, right? We make things happen in our lives. And so, as a strong internal locus of control, I absolutely like the interpretation of this is our soul contract, that we came in to do this. So we're not fated to this. What do you think?
I think we should have started this conversation at the beginning of the hour.
Well, we'll continue next Friday.
This is a whole handful. This is there's so many things. I have started a spiritual journey just 2 years ago. I didn't grow up with, I hate to say religion, because religion now, my understanding is, it's the group of laws or regulations or things that, are passed on from people. And I also hate to say in the church, but in the church, Christ followers are different than religious people. So this is my belief. This is what I have learned. This is what I've derived from it. So I think it's interesting. I've always looked at my horoscope. I understand there are influences from so many things in life, but ultimately, you always have a choice. How you determine your decision from your choices given is something different.
I totally agree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. And I, like you, I grew up very religious and had a difficult time with it because I had a God that needed anger management classes, and it was used against me all the time, to keep me in guilt and shame. I'm not knocking religious people. Whatever works for you that makes you feel better about life and yourself is the way but I use this definition. Religion is for people who want to avoid going to hell, and spirituality is for those of us who've already been there. So I like that definition. So yeah. So and I love the fact that what's shaping up is it is a show about something instead of nothing, but it is, I don't want us to put any limits on topics. Okay. I don't know if this comment is, no, I'm not going to put it up, being that the first word in their name is naked. I'll make sure I show you later. I don't know. Can you see it on the comments? You should be able to see it. But anyways,
I
we
don't
digress. You don't see it?
Oh, I'm on the private chat. I'm still learning too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably not something. But anyways, I am. Hey, that's the downside of putting ourselves out there. But the upside is there's so many more positive comments. It sounds like
Lauren says, and she's been an amazing contributor to the conversation. So thank you, Lauren. She says a God-given map is a choice to follow.
Yes. And since you dropped the G bomb, I call my God my UPS man. And UPS stands for Universal Power Source. And he delivers every morning when I pray and meditate. And so anytime I'm traveling, I remember a particular time when I was going through a really difficult, very painful, very expensive divorce where I had to pay quite a bit. And that morning, I think the judgment had come through. It was against me, and I was feeling particularly low. And I pulled up on San Vicente Boulevard, and there was a UPS truck in front of me, and I went, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And then when I stopped at the light, I literally had two UPS trucks pull in on either side of me, and then a UPS truck pull in behind me. I swear to God, I am not making this up. And at that point is one of the most amazing feelings of knowing that I am not here by myself. I'm not living on a desert island, even though I think sometimes it's F you, I don't need you. The fact of the matter is I do believe in a God of my understanding that I call my UPS man, who is always there. And for me, that God, when I do something great, he's like, yay. And when I do something silly and stupid and step in it, he's like, oh, that's so cute. And when I get hurt, he just is, there, and I run into his arms and he holds me. And so I'm not saying this to knock anybody's religion, but I do know that a lot of people feel like they're so isolated and alone. And this is not a religious program, but it is a spiritual program because both of us are the hosts. And if you don't like it, don't tune in. No, I'm just kidding. It's offering an alternative way of just leaving religion altogether. I think that's the point that I want to fire up today. So
it's just, it's interesting. And I like the fact that we can talk about it. So at one point in my life, I didn't know how to talk about it. I didn't know how to approach it. I didn't have any background. I didn't have any, I just didn't have enough. And it was always honestly a weak point in my character. I felt like I always had wanted that information and I didn't I didn't get it growing up. And so I thought it was really important in my journey to seek out that information. And I started with a business group, and a lot of people were giving information about their spiritual journey and their God. And I said, you know what? I'm really interested to learn more. And I felt comfortable enough that I could. And that was the part that was really, I think it was pivotal in my journey. I think it was really, really pivotal in my journey. And I get a comfort that I've never had before from learning who my God is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was told that I could design my own God, and I'm the most materialistic spiritual person you'll ever meet because I like designers. So that they had me at designer. But if you're tuned in and you're wondering who I have this morning on my lovely platform here, her name is Cynthia Caughie. She's my new Friday Fired Up, hashtag Up Unlimited Possibilities co-host. And if you would like to win, yes. So Cynthia, why don't you start? What are you giving away today for the Asian Oprah giveaway? And by the way, if you're wondering why I am the Asian Oprah, I was actually introduced to Oprah as the Asian Oprah by Michael Bernard Beckwith, my big brother. And she looked at me, looked down, looked up and said, "Nice pants." And it took everything for me to say, not to say, "You want them?" So I've been blessed with that honorable moniker ever since. So the Asian Oprah giveaway and the Cynthia Caughie giveaway is, you go first.
Well, I would love to give away a copy of my book. I actually have a book. It's called You Can Do Hard Things. I learned in my journey that when you change what you think, it changes how you think. And so when you know that you can do hard things, it's not so hard. And so I would love to give away the book.
Great. So the first person to go to your website is
Cynthia Caughie, CAUGHIE.com. Easy.
all right. And I'm giving away an audiobook copy of 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are. And it was forwarded by Michael Bernard Beckwith, back cover endorsed by Neil Donald Walsh, who you'll know as the New York Times bestselling author of Conversations with God. Isn't that interesting how we're talking about that today? And I'm so grateful. It hit #1 on Amazon, #4 on Denver Post. So it's a national bestseller as well. You can get it at every major bookstore, including, Target is not a bookstore, but Target and Walmart now as well. I just found that out. And thank you. 8 bestseller lists. And the audiobook copy you can get on Audible as well. But the first person to go to drmarissa.life and put down Fired Up, hashtag up, Friday, we'll get an audiobook copy of that. And also giving away 2 tickets. And let's see if I can figure out how to share this. The screen, the tab, the Queens of R&B. Tomorrow night, Angela Winbush, Shirley Murdoch, Sherelle, Evelyn Champagne King. If you're anywhere near Beverly Hills, it's going to be an amazing night. These tickets are worth over $200. So the first person to go to drmarissa.life and put down R&B in the subject line will win the Asian Oprah giveaway. 2 tickets to the Saban Theater, which has so many phenomenal acts. Cheech and Chong is coming up. The Temptations, who, if you did not see my interview backstage with the Temptations on the red carpet, go to my YouTube channel, free subscribe. You'll get that, as well as the beautiful Nichelle Nichols. I don't know if you knew she passed. She went to the other side. And she is the Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek, who boldly went where no colorful women have been before. And she is such an inspiration. And so if you would like to see my red carpet interviews with her, they're on my free subscribe YouTube channel. So there's your Asian Oprah giveaways. We're coming up to the end of the show. Cynthia, what would you like people to remember? I call it the keepers exercise. What's the one thing you want them to keep as a result of being here with us on the show to carry into their weekend?
I really like our show title, Fired #Up. And it's yours, but I really think that people should take the attitude of unlimited, is it positivity? Unlimited positivity.
Unlimited possibilities.
Possibilities. We could use it both ways, but I don't think that people wrap their head around that enough. And I think it's really, really important. Just like me being on this show. Unlimited possibilities. Unlimited. Yeah. I really would love to give people that mindset of unlimited possibilities. You can do anything you set your mind to.
Absolutely. And I'll piggyback on that. One of the biggest BS belief systems that keeps us from claiming our birthright to be happy 88% of the time is the BS belief system that you can only do one thing in life. You know, we grow up thinking we got to pick something when we don't even know what we're supposed to do or what we like or what we may want to do. And we end up, focusing on that career. We talked a bit about that from the horoscope that we, the day that Lynn was born. Is it Lynn?
Lauren.
Lauren, sorry, I knew it started with an L. And we end up in jobs or careers that we don't like and don't want to be in, but we're stuck there because of the money we make. And one of the hashtag COVID silver linings that I just absolutely love is that many people are questioning that BS, that belief system. So I hope as well that you leave here and this weekend, you spend some time with Google and just put in some keywords and just see what happens and see if you can't unleash some of those unlimited possibilities that are there for you, because impossible actually means or can be seen as I'm possible. I'm possible. So thank you so much for being here. We'll end with my regular thing. Cynthia knows the drill. It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. Join me on Monday when I have Betty White's friend, Arlene Klein, who you will know is the wife of Ron Klein. Maybe you saw him speak, the inventor of the electric strip on the back of your credit card. That's next Monday. But then please come back all week and then next Friday with Cynthia Caughie and I on Fired Up Friday. This is Dr. Marissa asking you to have the best weekend ever.